Good afternoon and Merry Christmas weekend. I'm going to go ahead and call get the meeting called to order on the Monday, December 22nd, 2025 at 4 p.m. We are available via Zoom. That everyone should know that, and the announcement that went out. So can I get a motion to call the meeting to order?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Because aye.
Lukey, aye.
Sheldon, aye. Approval of the agenda, conflict of interest. Pretty simple, straightforward agenda. Are there any conflicts of interest? No? Okay. So I can get a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Because aye.
Sheldon, aye.
Lukey, aye.
Okay, so the approval of the consent agenda. All items listed under the consent agenda will be enacted by one motion with a roll call vote. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a request is made prior to the time of the board votes on the motion. Consent agenda items may include non-controversial subjects. The items that are presented for the approval of the consent agenda are item A, minutes of the December 11th, 2025 board meeting. Item B, the abstract of claims number 1294 in the amount of $592,230.39. And then C is designation of the upcoming board meetings, January the 8th, 2026. Will be an electronic board meeting, and January 22nd, 2026 will be a regular board meeting.
Yes.
Can I get a
Move to approve the consent agenda as you laid out, Jim.
Second.
roll call?
Because aye.
Sheldon, aye.
Lukey, aye.
So next item is to receive and file the audit for the fiscal year 2023-2024 with possible board action. We received an electronic copy of this audit. The Finance Committee has had a chance to review it previously. Are there any questions or comments? I have a few.
And that should have been, Jim, I think that was, is that a typo on my end? Should be 20. I thought I'd corrected that and resent you the agenda, 24-25.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I think I originally had that wrong, copied it over from the previous year.
So I guess my comments were, when you look at it from the big picture, it looks like the health of HMU is getting slightly better. So that's good news. I think the area of concern that they laid out is the communications area, and we need to continue to make improvements. Now, we made some improvements, but the journey's not done yet, is sort of my take of what the audit showed. So overall, fairly pleased with the audit.
Okay.
I'm in agreement.
Okay. Yeah, I agree, Kevin, wholeheartedly. I think there's been some progress made, definitely on the water side. We've made some monumental investments that have paid huge dividends. I think we've made investments on the electric side that have come to fruition with a reduction of 3% in the rates. We have some electric investments that are looming out there that are pretty significant. The gas, I think, by our regulating the spikes and making investments in individuals helping us regulate the spikes has been a huge positive. I do agree that the telecommunications has been has required attention, but as I've mentioned, it was the fourth of the priorities that we addressed as the board, and I think we're addressing it effectively in 2026 with the both the divestment and the optimization of remaining assets within the telecommunications. So, any other comments? I do have some administrative comments that need to be corrected before we go final on this, which would be just Dr. Barnett's tenure needs to be corrected. Her lister is expiring in November of 2025, so we're on page 1. And the rest is reviewed and is in accordance with the review. I do appreciate the auditor's opportunity this year to actually take the audit and have it used as it should be, as a means of communication back to the public of not just what, that we're in compliance with, or moving to be in compliance and in compliance with the rules and regulations, but that we are also taking the revenue and resources that the customer provides us and investing them in the current and future wellness of the community. So with that, do we want to receive and file it, knowing that there needs to be some
Just that change there, I'm on Jenny's, yeah,
Okay.
Barnett's.
So can I get a motion to receive and file?
I'll make that motion.
Second,
Roll call vote?
Dickus, aye.
Shelton, aye?
Lukey, aye.
Okay. Item number 5, approve the change order number 8, adjustments of as-built quantities of the HMU water system improvements, sections 1, 2, 3, and 4, in the amount of $48,620.11.
Yeah, and actually that is a reduction of 48,000. I've got it in the parentheses. So basically USDA, at the end of a project, when there's USDA funding, they always want to have a final change order that adjusts quantities up and down for all the items, just so you've got basically a final as-built quantity for each item, you know, what was constructed. So basically what we're looking at there's actually, you know, those final quantities, project came in under, I guess, the anticipated total project cost when it was bid and with the previous change orders.
So this is just a reduction in debt, really? It's not-
Yeah,
that's
well,
not an
right, I
asset.
mean, yeah, for what we had borrowed, yeah.
Okay, all right.
So it's reduction in debt, but basically it's, like I said, it's something they want all those final quantities adjusted out before we have the, you know, in this one sub-final payment, which would, you know, and then the last payment would be just the retainage only.
Okay. So it came in under budget? Is that what you're saying?
Well, under what we anticipated, I mean, we had some change orders in there, but for what we borrowed,
Okay. All right.
so.
Any other questions? Okay, motion,
I move to approve change order number 8 in reduction of $48,620.11.
Second.
roll call?
Dickus, aye.
Shelton, aye?
Lukey, aye.
And that's for number 5?
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
Number 6, approve the pay application number 22 for HMU water system improvements sections 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the amount of $67,804.46.
So yeah, so this is, like I said, it's a sub-final, so this pay application includes change order number 8 and the final quantities. Still included in the application is the 5% retainage that we've been holding all the way through the project. Do I have that in front of me? Donald, what was that? We're holding like 300 and... Yeah, let me look here. Right now, the retainage is, with this pay app is $354,539.06. Basically, this payment will get us up to everything except that retainage, you know, so the project's completed out minus that retainage. Next pay estimate, which should be our last one, that'll either come probably in the January meeting or February, just depending on when punch list items get done and we fully accept the project. Then that retainage would be paid out, which would be that $354,539.06 to complete the project.
So does this reflect the wells? Are this included in this project and any sort of penalties associated? Where is that at? Where are the discussions?
Still in negotiations?
Yeah, in negotiations, we met with,
Okay.
That'll be addressed last.
yeah, that last pay period, there'll be
Okay.
something taken off that retainage,
Yep, got it. All right.
basically.
Okay. A motion?
I'll make a motion to approve pay application number 22, sub-final, for the HMU Water System Improvements, Sections 1, 2, 3, and 4, in the amount of $67,804.46.
Second.
Roll call.
Hickus, aye.
Shelton, aye.
Lukey, aye.
Number 7, approve estimate of rebuilding 11 pressure relief valves in the amount of $16,226.
Okay, so these pressure relief valves are the PRV valves. Have been in service since about 1992 when the cyclone water tower went up. When the system was split into a high pressure zone, low pressure zone. They basically at this point, or up to this point, we were looking at bi-yearly maintenance on those. They're again, like anything else, probably are getting to the point where they're outliving their functionality since 1992, so we need to rebuild for reliability, and then I think we're planning on moving to a yearly maintenance just to prevent any more water breaks or anything, main breaks.
We don't know specifically what caused the catastrophic. It was one of these? Yep.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. One of them opened up.
We're gonna keep rebuilding them, and we're starting to replace them, a couple a year, get the older ones taken out of the system first, so that we've got, we need those to work.
Okay, so we're accelerating our maintenance with.
Basically,
Okay,
yeah.
Yep, got it. Get a motion for 7.
So I move to approve the estimate for rebuilding 11 pressure relief valves in the amount of $16,226.
Second.
Roll call.
Hickus, aye.
Shelton, aye.
Lukey, aye.
Item 8, approve estimate of replacement of 2 pressure relief valves in the amount of $16,376.
So basically, this is, like I said, these are farther gone, I guess, to where we don't feel comfortable, or we're told that they can't be necessarily rebuilt, so they're actually replacing the whole valve in that case. And kind of like what Donald's saying, there's the other 11 or whatever out there, we're going to rebuild those, but I suppose at some point, keep an eye on them, yearly maintenance. There may be a time where we're going to have to start pulling some of those out and completely
Probably start
replace them.
replacing a couple of them every year, just be proactive then.
Okay. It's a question we didn't ask, or I forgot to ask, is this in the budget?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I'll make
Sure.
that motion.
Just one second. Is there a time frame where you have to go in and do maintenance on by any regulations or not?
No, there's not a time frame
There's
that we
not
have
a-
to do it. We used to do the biannual.
Okay.
So every 2 years they came.
Okay.
And they started degrading quicker. We've seen some issues.
Okay.
We had some issues. So we changed that to a yearly ordeal now.
Yeah,
And they had noted a couple of the PRV valves when they were building the last time, that it was going to be the last time that we were able to
be able to,
and have any confidence it was going
Okay.
to work as we needed.
okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll make that motion to approve the estimate for replacement of 2 pressure relief valves in the amount of $16,376.
Second,
Roll call.
Hickus, aye.
Shelton, aye.
Lukey, aye.
Item 9, approve a quote to replace 7 office PCs, personal computers, in the amount of $8,476.07.
I guess this is part of, and I can let Brian Crable interject a little bit, but yeah, basically, we were trying to get into a yearly replacement rotation of office computers. What do we got, 26?
33.
Oh, sorry. So in other words, we were trying to get to where we were having a yearly replacement or rotation, so that they are replaced at approximately 5-year intervals.
In the 4 to 5 year interval.
Yeah,
Rather than getting a load at a time.
Okay. All AI capable machines?
Is there some that are older than others then?
Yes, these were replacing the older ones. Also, a couple of machines we have that still aren't capable of going to Windows 11, since that was deprecated.
Okay.
So I move to approve the quote to replace 7 of the office PCs in the amount of $8,476.07.
And I guess just to speak on that too, that, I mean, that's something we've been budgeting last couple budget cycles ahead for that. We're about 7 or 8 of them.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Hickus, aye.
Sheldon,
Lukey, aye?
then information only.
Yeah, Eric Rose to serve a 3-year term on the IMU Gas Committee. This would be, I think, his 2nd term now.
I believe so.
I think so, because before that, I think Colburn was back in the meter shop, and he was the one that was on that. So like I said, he's served a previous term. I guess we feel serving on this committee is good for HMU. Eric, or whoever the representative is involved in decisions for required safety and maintenance of the gas system, or gas systems in Iowa, you know, including our own. So it's kind of good, I think, to be on that board or on that committee, you know, kind of on the forefront of what's coming up. I mean, don't you think, Al, coming
I
from the
was on
gas
that for
department?
30 years.
Yeah, yeah,
And we worked with the state a lot on operator qualification and O&M, operation and maintenance. And so you're working right with the state, which in turn is also the federal.
yep.
So you're pretty much keep up before everybody else, almost.
Well, and that's the thing too, I mean, and it isn't a huge cost to HMU, I think a couple times a year, maybe they got some meetings.
Yeah.
I think is what he's gone.
They do some hands-on stuff out in the field. We built a bunch of buildings where you could simulate gas leaks. There's electric there for climbing poles and
Yep.
substations. There's water there for that. So they use it for, and telecommunications.
Sure.
So they use it for all 4. It's been there many years now. Yeah, I think it's a good thing to,
To have somebody on there.
absolutely.
How often do we conduct training with the city or county first responders relative to?
Every year, Colburn and Eric, don't they have an emergency?
They get together with.
Yep, they get together with Roger and Alex Londo and them. They
Is that
sit
part of
down.
public awareness?
Yeah, public awareness every year,
It's
so.
another program.
And this is Jarvis here. Yeah, we did that training a couple months ago, so.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Then the CEO report.
Yeah, I've got a few items here. Overhead to underground conversion project update, I think we kind of talked about that. We knew we were in, I think we officially accepted that project. About the only thing that's left is HMU. I mean, we need to get out there, employees, finish locating the underground electric on the DOT right away, just to go with the permits. Where we were on the DOT right away, they kind of they want an as-built of that, so we got to get out there, locate it, pick that up with our GPS, and get that sent to the DOT. And then there's a few easements around town that we have to finish up and then get those signed and get those recorded also. There again, contractors kind of on the hook, warranty-wise, to come back in the spring if there's any need to do anything more with seating areas. Next item, Morale Water System Improvements Project we talked about. I think we'd mentioned at the last meeting, well 35 up and running. Have been up and running for the last couple of weeks, but here this week, or maybe it was the end of last week, Donald, the decision was made just to shut that back down for over the holidays, because Donald needs more time to kind of fine tune the chemical feed, and did not want to have any issues over the holidays. So looks like we'll pick that back up probably at the beginning of January. Start trying to blend that back in, that deep water with the shallow water, and try to get the chemical feed right.
So the composition's a little bit different for shallow water to deep water?
One specific chemical, ammonia.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that eats quite a bit of chlorine,
Yes, it does.
so that they're trying to get that chlorine adjusted to where we still got that residual out in the system to protect everybody.
Yep.
So, the well 35 test well that we're converting to production well 36. We have received the water test for well 35. Just need to submit those to the DNR to see if they'll allow. I think we kind of found out that they probably would accept those for well 36, since the proximity, you know, it's close to well, the second hole that they had to drill for well 35. So I'll try to get them submitted this week or next week, as time allows there, and then get that. That way then come spring, we can hopefully get that kind of finished up, get the well mound built up around that, and get that even in production with the system. Still holding community days, showcasing our new IPTV offering every Tuesday, starting at 4:30 in the afternoon. Customers are always welcome to stop by the office during office hours also if there's any questions or if they have any issues. I know numbers been kind of up and down. I know they're tailing off. I mean, a lot of people coming at first, but there's still a few we get each week. Less numbers, but still some people stopping by. Chris Krackemeyer in our water department has passed his grade 3 water treatment. And I think I mentioned Trevor last meeting, right? He had passed his grade 3 also, so. Next item, Paul Winger, our stores clerk, is retiring. I don't know if we had mentioned that. His last day is actually January 9th. And then we are having a gathering with the employees on January 8th at 3:30. Not required, but I guess if any of the board happens to be around, you could stop down too. We'll just have lemonade and ice cream and then maybe cupcakes, I think is what we typically have when somebody's retiring. And then on that same note, next item, Andy Harbor is replacing Paul as the new stores clerk. He accepted a position. His first day will be December 29th. So there's just a little bit of overlap. I know Paul's taken some time off here too at the end, but so they'll hopefully have a few days together to kind of, you know, look at kind of how he's, you know, where he's got stuff filed and so forth. And there'll be plenty of help around here with it for Andy too. You know.
Is he a new employee?
Yep. Yeah, so he's starting the 29th of December. And I guess last I have is just Merry Christmas and then Happy New Year to all the customers.
Couple questions.
Yep.
But I'll wait. Do you have any?
So I was out of town, you had your customer appreciation.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner, I guess?
Yeah, numbers
How'd that
were
go?
about this, I think Jenny was saying the numbers were almost exactly like they were last year.
Okay.
I think it went good. I mean, weather was pretty decent that day too, compared to
Yep.
some of the other years we had it, so. And I think we had on Facebook who won the drawings too, so.
Good.
We had a TV, two CO2 or carbon monoxide detectors, and then a fire stick. Yep, was our drawing, so,
Good. Great.
yeah,
I
went
didn't
good.
have anything else.
Nothing.
Okay, couple questions. So one, when are we announcing, so we have all this hard-earned water capacity. When are we letting the state economic development folks know that we have this capacity? When are we letting when are we, you know, does the city, have they been officially notified? What are we doing this is all being done to foster economic development, and it doesn't do any good if we're not letting folks know. So that would be when are we doing that question?
Probably once we get things fine-tuned.
Okay,
Yeah.
yep,
I mean,
When chemical process with water, small changes are
Yep.
made, very small, can't make drastic ones, and we need to work into it, make sure everything is still safe, the water's like it's supposed to be.
Yep.
Once we get that point dialed in, I think that's the point in time we let them all know.
okay, yeah, I think that's a decision point that
Mhm.
we need to make sure the city, the county, everybody knows, so, okay. The next one is, the water department or water committee is gonna talk to us about, expansion, or when is that taking place?
just,
Still framework being worked on.
Okay, all right. That's it, that's all I have for,
okay.
okay, all right. Any questions, comments, observations?
Jarvis here. Can you hear me?
Yep, got you loud and clear.
All right. Yeah, just a quick question for you, Jim. You mentioned about investments in different departments. I just want to check and see, are you using U.S. Treasury Security or Federal Agency Security, states or municipal bonds, or just the CDs and money market?
So we're both. So we have it in our audit, it shows an investment capital. I think this year alone, it was like $580,000, which we earned off of our CD investments, I believe. And then we're also doing, we have not done bonds per se.
No.
But so it's just purely CDs off of, and that's just off of operating reserves to make sure that we have both sufficient operations and then looking ahead to what are going to be large strategic investments potentially. So,
Yeah, we just renewed for this week or last week. I mean, of course, rates are dropping, 3.65 for a 6 month, but that's to be expected. I mean, I think overall interest rates are dropping, but I guess we'll keep after it. It's a better place to have them than just a
And
savings
I
account.
highly recommend whatever financial institution you have your funds to give you excess share insurance,
Mm-hmm.
because anything over 250, it's not covered with FDIC. So I highly recommend to see if those institutions have the excess share insurance, because if they go belly out, you can get up to $250,000.
Right.
Yeah.
yes, we definitely need to do that, and thank you. Yep, we'll check with Kurt.
Yeah, on that.
Yep, all right.
And that's all.
Okay.
All right, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
All right,
Second.
roll call.
Because I.
Shelton, aye?
Lukey, aye.
Okay, thank you very much. We're adjourned.